What?
These two. Boys!
Is it recording?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know. That's funny. I hit the record button, but I thought I was hitting the button to turn it
No! You're going to go outside.
on. Okay, come here. You have to tell me something real quick. Okay, so what's your name? Okay, so you can see you over here, but when you look at this, then you're looking at the people. So if you look at that, what's your name?
Sequel.
Yeah, what's your I don't know what else. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go play with Leo, right? No? Yes, you are. And and who's Leo? But what is Leo?
A dog.
Okay, good. All right, now you need to go play with Leo and let Mom and Dad do the video, okay? Okay, cool. All right.
He was just fighting my pen.
Okay. Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
So, we've been keeping a secret, I guess.
Well, sure.
Not because we wanted to keep a secret, but
Because we needed to. We were
Yeah.
instructed to.
yeah. So it's been a long time though, and so I figured maybe the best way to catch everyone up, because we don't know how long we're gonna have to keep the secret still. So I figured maybe the best way to catch everyone up would be to record videos kind of as we're going through it, and then Yeah.
Let y'all know what's going on.
exactly. Okay, so Aaron was children's pastor at a church in does it matter? Okay, yeah, in Longview. Zeke's banging on my door. So Aaron was a children's pastor at a church in Longview for 2 years, a little over 2 years. But we left that position and started doing some networking, basically, right? Around different churches, talking to different people that we knew within the Assemblies of God church and trying to find a place to be senior pastors.
But we felt God's called us to be senior pastors.
Right, and you had been feeling that ever since we came back to America, but that's not what happened right away.
We felt like we needed to learn.
Yeah. So, anyways, but when we left the church in Longview, that was definitely like, now's the time. And so, yeah, we started networking, going to different churches, meeting with different people, and we heard about this one church. All right, so we heard about a church. We heard about a few different churches, but the one that really spoke to Aaron because it was closest to our family and stuff.
That's not the only reason it spoke to me.
Well, yeah,
But you just made it sound like it was.
oh, okay, then you say it. We heard about a few different churches.
Yes, and one kept coming up a few times, different people kept bringing it up. You know, when they're talking about it, they're talking about a lot of church hurt and a lot of just drama that's gone on for the last several years. You would hear stuff like very small group, like 6 to 10 people, but that it's a good community and they have a lot of facility. Like, okay, that's weird, but let's talk about it. And we talked with the presbyter and he asked us to come in and fill in for a month to kind of try it out to see what we think. And that was
November.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when we met with him, he was like, how soon can you go? And we were like, next week. So we did. The next Sunday we came to this church. And,
it's coming.
oh, okay. Yeah, we came to this church and,
God just moved.
yeah, we tried out for a month.
There was 15 people our first Sunday. Yeah.
And, so right away I got thrown into helping out with worship because there was one lady who was singing with YouTube videos.
And somebody playing bass guitar.
Yeah, and so I started singing.
One moment.
Oh, thank you. I was just gonna
We're recording a video.
You are?
Look, you're on it.
Oh, hi. Sorry. stuff, but be quiet. Hey, why are you bringing that in here?
Because I thought it was dry, but the towels are still wet.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Try not to get it on the ground then.
Come on, Leo. Oh, you found the tripod.
Yeah, Dad. found
Okay.
it for me.
Back to what we're doing.
Okay. So yeah,
We're going to worship.
I was
Wait.
singing and playing ukulele.
Wait.
What?
Cut. Okay. Go.
So I got thrown into worship and I was singing and playing ukulele, and Kaylee basically picked up the guitar. She had been playing around with it a little bit, but like she basically picked it up that Sunday and played guitar for the
Yeah.
first time. And
It was her choice. We didn't make her.
no. I mean, there was some probably strong suggestion. but-
Sure.
she did it because she wanted to. She didn't sing it first, but she's singing now. So it was a lot. It was really hard for me because we didn't know if we were going to stay,
Yeah.
and I was afraid to fall in love with people that we weren't going to be staying with, but at the same time I didn't want that to be my motivation for not, I didn't want to give them less than my all.
Yeah.
So it was hard, but it was,
Ooh. And I was feeling God's nudge early on. Second week, I felt like this was where we needed to be.
yeah, and I didn't feel it yet. I think it was, so we found out probably halfway through the month of November that there was going to be a second pastor coming in December. He was supposed to be trying out at this church. So that was weird as well.
Like, we get trial for a month and there's another guy trying out after us.
Yeah,
It
and
was
so
just
we
like-
did it. So it came to the end of November, and it was the last Sunday of November, and we just drove home to
Wait.
Longview.
Before that,
Okay, go ahead.
before we drove home. Before we drove home to Longview, we met with the leaders of this church, we outlined a big vision and what we
That's
felt
right.
God's calling us to, and what it would look like, and stages we would get to.
Ezekiel has no pants on.
No, yeah, he does. He just hasn't pulled up.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Anyways, guys, the joys of parenthood. I don't know if you should cut this at all. Anyways, we met with them and outlined our vision, and
Yeah, because God had definitely given, I would say mostly Aaron, but us, big dreams for if we were to stay here.
yeah. And so we went home that Sunday, and the next day the first?
I don't remember.
I don't remember if the next day was the first or like a couple days later, but we just knew that God would take care of it. I actually strongly believe that we're going to be called back that next Sunday. And I know we talked about that, but
Yeah, I felt like we were going to be back the next Sunday too, but I didn't know if it was just me wishing that or if it was really the Holy Spirit or what it was, but I really did too. Like, I didn't feel like, I just felt like we were going to be back. But I still wasn't convinced that this was the place. I think it was like the second week in December.
well, what happened? Let's go back before you get there.
Okay.
What happened? What happened?
So the guy that was supposed to try out, apparently he was talking to the presbyter, who this area section, whatever,
Yeah.
and just decided he wasn't ready for full-time pastorship, I guess, ministry.
I'm not sure if it was him or the presbyter or a little bit of both.
We don't know.
We have no clue.
We don't even know who this guy who was supposed to try out is.
We would just get called and said, "Hey, you're back on the schedule for December."
Well, he said, well, not then. He didn't say that then. Okay, yeah, he just said we're back for December.
No.
And so, yeah, I still wasn't convinced that this was the place. Not because I didn't want it to be, I didn't know, and I don't know. So anyways, but then there was one Sunday, and we were singing the song Do It Again, and talking about, was it that? Yeah, great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness to me, and it was just like God was telling me as I was leading worship, this place is my faithfulness to you. And it was,
Oh, Spirit
That
moved
was-
so good.
that was the time, that was in November. That was right
I know.
before.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay,
Okay,
that was the
yeah.
second week of November.
Third.
Yes, third week, because it was the Sunday that we did our Thanksgiving potluck.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Oof,
right.
Spirit
And
moves
so
so
that's
powerful.
when I was like, this is the place. Okay. So yes, God told me this place is going to be my faithfulness to you. And so yeah, that's probably part of why I thought we would be
We
back
were.
in December. Okay, yes.
See, we should have recorded this like the end of December so we remember all this.
Right,
but, you know.
exactly. So then December, we were coming back.
I think it was like the third week of December. I don't remember
It was
exactly.
the last week in December.
Was it the last week in
I'm
December?
pretty sure that.
They had a vote. The congregation decided to have a vote on us. Now this is a weird the thing where the presbyter can appoint us, but we don't want to just like come in. We wanted to
Right,
be
we
on the same
wanted,
page
we
with
were,
everybody.
yeah, we wanted to be wanted.
Yep.
We didn't want to come in with a group of people who didn't want us.
Yeah, we didn't want to cause problems, drama, and all
Yeah,
that.
especially
stuff,
with a
so,
church that's already had hurt.
Yeah. We wanted to just let the Spirit lead.
Yeah.
As we said, as I say, is Holy Spirit's a gentleman, and He's not gonna force us on people that just absolutely hate us.
Right.
And so they voted in December,
Yeah.
and it came out to be unanimous. Mind you, we were still only running about 20 people, maybe 30. 30.
Yeah, I would say 25 to 30 at that time.
Yeah.
Which was up from 15 on our first Sunday.
Yeah. Which we found out the 2 weeks before we came, the attendance was
8
8
people.
people.
Yeah, so
Big change there.
yeah.
God's just pouring out on that.
Yeah, so the whole 2 months of November and December, we've been traveling at least once a week. At least once a week, an hour and a half to get here, and then an hour and a half back. So we would come usually on Thursdays, have music practice Thursday afternoon. I mean, we eventually got to the point where we were doing that. And then we'd go back on Sunday afternoon.
There's a little missionaries quarters here at this church, little missionaries quarters, so we're staying in the missionary quarters.
Which was a real blessing because we didn't
Yes.
have to, because for the few weeks that we were in between children's pastor and being here, every morning we'd have to get up super early because we were going far to church to meet with different people.
Yeah.
So we would be getting up super early. So that was, and this church also has service a little bit later, so that was nice too at that time.
Kind of be here Saturday night and recover and wake up fresh for Sunday morning.
Right. So anyways, then basically all our decisions were like, how soon are we moving? And
Yep. So we ended up moving down here we lived in the missionaries quarters. That's
Yeah.
where we're at right
the
now.
whole of January we were still traveling back and forth, and then February 1st was when we
Lived in the
yeah,
missionary
we were
quarters.
done with, we no longer had a house in Longview.
Yeah,
and we-
the rent
had
and all
moved
that
here.
was super high, and living between them and only being there for 2 days a month, 3 days a week was killing us. So we moved into the missionary quarters here. We put all our stuff in the garage and an empty classroom, and it's not the best solution, but it works because the reason why is there's a parsonage, there's a house here on the property for the pastor, but it's in bad shape. And actually, you can kind of see behind us the construction. We're in the parsonage right now.
Yeah.
And it was in bad shape. The foundation was good, but it was all cosmetic, but it was all the cosmetic.
Right.
It was the roof, the ceiling
popcorn
was
ceilings.
peeling
Yeah.
off and needed to come down. The walls had holes and texture issues and all this other stuff, and the floors were just completely nasty and just
Right.
thing after thing after thing. And
All the appliances needed changing out, and yeah.
just everything. So much. So much.
Yeah, so we've also been working on that
So
since January.
yeah, we didn't touch it before they voted us to
Right.
come in. And
That's,
then
yeah.
So we were gonna hire the church was gonna hire contractors to come in and do it, but the quotes they were given were ridiculous. Like from 17,000 was the cheapest one up to $45,000, and it was just absolutely ridiculous price. And then right now with the economy, people moving, buying houses and stuff like that, it's just, I understand, but it was just way too much that we thought that the church should invest.
Yeah, and especially when we can do it.
Yeah, we're capable. It's not like we're having to rebuild walls and change foundation or fix the roof. It's cosmetic, plastering walls, fixing texture, paint, trim.
All stuff that I've wanted to do anyways. I have always thought that I'd enjoy it, and I was right. There's stuff that's been really awful that I didn't enjoy, but
Yep.
but most of it, like I love painting. I love all that.
It's
I
been
really
really good.
enjoyed it. So
So we're coming along. Right now is it's 9th or 8th of March. So we've been here for a month and a couple days, really working on it. We got the laundry room virtually done. I need to
We
fix some
got
trim in there.
that done pretty quickly because
Oh, yes.
the laundry room was the first thing that it didn't have a lot of work done to it. It was already tiled, so we didn't have to change out the floor. We just had to do the ceiling and the walls. And we knew that for us to move here, the one thing that we needed was laundry.
We needed to
to be
wash
able
clothes.
to wash clothes and dry clothes. So that was the first room that we got done real
Yeah.
quick.
And so because of that, like I need to get back in there and fix trim and put shelves up and do some stuff
It's
like that.
also our pantry.
Yeah.
It's right off the kitchen. So
But it's functional. We got the kitchen is done now, except for the new appliances. We're waiting on those. The dining room is virtually done. Like I have to go and like do some sealer on the tile because there's
Yeah.
tile in that. The living room is what's behind us, and it doesn't look like it, but it's really close to being done.
yeah, we just really need to paint up the ceilings and do the last of the trim, I think. Oh,
Paint
and
ceilings.
the floors.
Yeah, put the
floors, I
laminate
think.
flooring, which God bless us, so big on that, on the flooring. He provided a really high quality flooring for like half the price.
Yeah.
It was just so
And
awesome
like
how it worked out.
800 square foot more than we needed. to.
Yeah. Oh man, God He worked on that one. It was so good. We started up our Wednesday night services. We are about to cut our teeth in the kids programs, which is difficult because like coming from being a children's pastor, I want to jump in and like do it, but I also want to like I understand that my role has shifted now, and so I want to give my best love as I can to the kids and prep them to be successful, but I also recognize I can't do it.
Yeah, you can't do everything.
Yeah, I can't do everything. I need to delegate and give out and let people be blessings because people want to be blessings.
Yeah, so that's basically where we are and up to speed. And
I'm sure there's more, but I can't think of it right now.
yeah, and I do plan on doing like more videos about other stuff to keep you guys updated.
Show you the house progress.
Yeah, and other stuff like maybe even things like how are we homeschooling while we're doing this and just other stuff like that. So the reason that I'm even doing this video in the first place is because I was talking to my sister about our plumbing issues, and I just sent her a long message about it, and she was like, why don't you have a blog? And I told her, well, I think the days of blogs are really over because nobody really sits down and, well, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe you do, but I do not sit down and read blogs. Yes, I'm good at writing, but I don't think anyone's reading blogs these days anymore. And I said, so if I was going to do something, it would be a vlog, and I've had a few people tell me before I should do that too. And so I just thought, well, right now is probably the perfect time to do it. We already had trouble remembering all the details of what's happened, and so just kind of keep everyone up to date on what's going on and all that stuff, I figured, why not? We'll just go ahead and do it. So you're just like standing there doing sign language.
Go
while
that
I
way.
talk.
Go that way. And the kids are about to walk in through this door because.
Anyways, so yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We-
that's our story.
Yep. I don't know how many of these I'll be a part of, but for this first one, we just
Yeah.
gave the update on
I
it.
figured I'd let him.
But I don't have to do
Alright.
everything, so.
Well, I love you guys, and people that we talk to a lot all know about this for the most part, but if you're not talking to us on the daily, you may not know. So that's our update, and I love you, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. You say bye.
Bye.